A lovely Tuesday to you as we continue our Thanksgiving thoughts this Thanksgiving month of November. Our thought today comes from Psalm 35. Psalm 35 is kind of a dark psalm. We'll get into it. But in the middle of it, in 17 and 18, I've paraphrased it like this: Rescue me soon, Lord, and I will give you thanks in the largest crowd I can gather. Rescue me soon, Lord, and I will give you thanks in the largest crowd I can gather. To me, this psalm, I would call it going public. Going public. Not just with thanks, but with the whole life of things going on. What David is saying here is, it's not going well. That's how he starts this. God, you got to be seeing all this that's going on, and it's not good for me. I have people that are after me. I have enemies. I have people that are putting traps out to try to trap me. It's not, and everybody is seeing this. It's totally out in the open. What are you going to do about it, God? And of course, David has some ideas about what could be done, like all of us, when enemies come. Anyway, he's trying to put together more than revenge in that sense. He's trying to say, God, what does it mean to follow you? I depend on you to rescue me. I depend on you to be my strength. I depend on you to give me guidance. I depend on you in the public, not just in my private life, God. But it needs to be seen, especially for David as a leader. It needs to be seen that God is working somehow, and David can have this testimony. And so he's saying, God, as long as these people do this, people are going to say, well, God doesn't really, he's not able to take care of anything, or he's not going to especially take care of this leader. This leader must be off. Maybe he's not the leader that we thought he was. And so David is going down through this whole psalm, and he's saying, God, you gotta do something out in the open, out in the open. And it's not just people that are out there, anywhere. It's people that David considered family. It was like they went through life together. They were in so many different situations together. They loved each other, David thought, and they mourned together. They went, and David would sit with them in prayer and sackcloth and fast with them. And now they've turned on him and they're going against him. And so David is saying, this is all in the public, and I'm not going to. I don't want to do anything. I don't want it to look like it's me. I want people to know that there is something about following God that is good. And so God, come through. And so David says, God, when you come through, I will also come through. I will go public. I will make sure that people know this wasn't of me. This was God that lifted me up, that brought me to where I needed to be. It was God that worked out this situation in the way that is best. And so until then, I pray out, God, rescue me soon. The psalm even says, Lord, how long must I wait? How long must I wait to see this turnaround? Because I believe what I'm doing is in line with you. Let people know. So I ask in my life, we all have those things, right? And I ask in my life, how well do I do when good happens, when things turn around, when yes, it goes bad and it's awful and it's terrible, but do I bring out my thanks into the public and say, wow, all the credit goes to God. I don't know. I could not have gotten through it without him. That's going public. Getting the largest crowd, getting as many people to hear you as possible say, God is to be thanked. I don't know what's going on in your life. I hope that it will quickly be seen that God is good and things can be taken to the streets.